What's going on, everybody? This is our newest truck here. It's a 2023 389. The color is called Garnet Red. Didn't get any goodies on this one because everything's hard to come by, trucks especially. So, unfortunately, no chromies and such, but it's very nice, platinum interior. It does have the new dash and the smart steering wheel and all that stuff, which I can't say I'm overly excited about, but it's just the way things are going. So, you can hear the sleeper creeping down because it hadn't been started in a couple of days. I think we picked this truck up, I want to say right about a week ago, but went up to Denton and grabbed it. Here's the bunk. It's got the big monstrous sleeper on it, got the cabinets all up there and everything. Ice box. Try to get further away from that. Got a business center over here. Pretty snazzy. Still waiting on our floor mats to get mailed to me. This is going to be Bub's truck. So, anyways, that dash, I was really a whole lot more surprised with it. You know, I thought I was going to absolutely detest it, but it really wasn't that bad. Of course, doesn't have near the cool guy points as the gauges, but you know, they don't put gauges in them anymore. Now they just put these screens. So I guess, you know, that old adage about wanting in one hand, it's kind of what we got to do on this deal. We got to want in one hand. So anyway, I bought this truck here we're sitting in, and I bought sorry guys, I'm trying to put my shoes back on. And I bought one more that's Viper Red, so that's two. I bought two of these 23s. They're spec'd identical and everything. But I didn't pick a thing out on these trucks. I've actually been looking to buy a new truck since last July, and I finally got a hold of this dealer down in Florida who had a couple of, about 3 build slots he hadn't sold for the year. And I initially was going to buy just one of them, and then I thought, well, you know, this red one, the flat top, was getting pretty close to 400,000 miles, and kindly starting to get a few nickel and dime issues out of it. Nothing terribly serious, but, you know, handful of things. And I thought, well, why don't I just sell this red one here and buy 2 of them? So that's what I did. I sold the red one here a while back, and I bought two of these trucks. And the other one should be here later next week, or this coming week, however you want to look at it. Doggone, it rained, so those mud puddles down there at the end of my driveway, of course they're dried up now, but messed up my tires, and thunderstorm, just good enough to get the darn truck dirty, of course, you know. But anyway, it's got these really nice high polish wheels on it with the Peterbilt ovals. It's got drum brakes in the back, disc in the front, got a 150 on the right hand side. I think it's a 110 over there on the left hand side. And then my project for the day is pulling that box off, because we're taking it up to Fort Worth in the morning to get an APU mounted on it. So that's my project for today, is yank that box off without scratching anything, which I'm by myself, so might be a little easier said than done. But we're gonna give it a go nevertheless. We got these 4-way adjustable mirrors on this one, which you know, they don't look nearly as cool, but in terms of practicality, they are a lot better. Double spotlights. It's got a spotlight on each side of the cab there. and they're both functional. 4 horns up top, the whole bit. Does not have an air ride front end. That's the one thing it's missing as far as nice trucks are concerned. It does not have an air ride front end. But some things have been happening around here. Not really for the better, but I was planning on being at 7 trucks by July. I thought that's what was going to happen. And then between drivers quitting and motors blowing up and this and that and the other thing, well, by the time we get the other one of these in, we'll be down to 4. So I'm going the opposite way. I was planning on going to 7. Looks like I'm gonna be at 4 for a little while, probably till July at least is when my next new one's gonna come in. But we'll kind of wait and see what hashes out between now and then. I think the trucking business is I think it's about to get tough for a lot of people. Just that's my idea with this $6 fuel everywhere, and freight rates seem to be ticking down, not up. And I'm starting to see a lot more trucks for sale. So I don't think these trucks are going to hold their really, really, really high values forever. So, you know, I think just my speculation here, you know, it's all it is speculation. It could be 100% wrong, but anyways, I think it's probably about to get tough. And I think equipment and drivers, equipment's going to be available on the cheap, and drivers are going to be looking for jobs. And so I think whenever this market does get back or go back the other direction a little bit, we might start looking at trying to find a driver at that point. But the plan was to buy this one here you're looking at. The other one, it's little buddy there that's identical to it but a different color. And then I was going to put a driver in the other one, and then I was going to drive the Freightliner myself, and that would have put us at 6 trucks. But we had a driver quit, kind of sort of unexpectedly. He saved up enough money to go be an owner-operator. I tried to talk him out of it with this darn fuel the way it is, and freight's headed down, not up. I tried to kind of talk some sense into him, told him probably ought to give it a few months and see how things unfold over the next coming months. But he wasn't having it, so he went and jumped in a 40-year-old truck with a mechanical B model cat, and he's gonna go set the world on fire being an owner-operator. I tried to explain to him that now is the worst time, and he probably couldn't have picked a worse truck if somebody paid him to do it. But either way, neither here nor there. So that kicked us down to back down to 5 trucks, because I was going to drive one myself and find a driver for this other one that come in. I didn't want to be hunting for 2 drivers instead of 1, you know, buy 2 new trucks, trying to find 2 new drivers. I mean, that's a lot going on right now. So I said, all right, well, I'll just sell that one that he was in, and I'll just be, you know, I'll just find 1 driver, and we'll stay at 5. Well, it wasn't a day later, that darn Freightliner, that green one, motor blew up in it. That was what, 2-3 days ago? The motor blew up in it. So, and that was like 2 or 3 days after I sold the truck that the driver who quit was driving. And so now we're down to 4, because I'm not going to fix that truck. I'm just going to sell it as is, as a parts truck, because I've already put an insane amount of money into it. And with the money I got from my 2 Peterbilts that I sold, you know, I'm going to be in a real strong cash flow position running 4 trucks, or I can be in a really weak cash flow position running 7 trucks with only 4 drivers, myself included. So, you know, I think it's just smart to take advantage of the situation at hand, which is, you know, used equipment's bringing top dollar. So I just sold my equipment and bought brand new equipment. And, you know, if somebody comes along looking for a job, great, but I am not going to go pounding the ground trying to get somebody at this point in time. So anyway, that's a little update, kind of the Cliff's Notes version of it. I was planning on being at 7 trucks here in a month or 2, or well, a couple of more months, 2-3 months. But it looks like we're going to be at 4 until at least July. And even at that point, it really is not real clear whether or not I'll do any growing. But anyways, as with everything, there's always a degree of uncertainty about the future. So anyways, this is the new truck. It's very pretty. I really like this color. They call it garnet red. I don't know if I mentioned that already. But we're gonna go get an APU mounted up on her tomorrow. I paid $189,000 for this truck. $189,500, I think is what it was. So right south of $190,000 for this truck. So once I put the APU on the back of it, it'll be like, you know, 202 or whatever, 201, right at 200,000. So with the way things are right now, I got a really good deal on this truck. You know, I've been seeing 20 models with 100,000 miles on them, you know, and they're asking 245. Believe it or not, I actually sold my 21, that copper colored stand-up with the Thermo King APU. I sold it for more money than I paid for these brand new ones. So it's just crazy right now. I've never seen anything like this. I doubt I ever will again. I hope I never do again. I'd rather it just be normal, where trucks were available and parts were available and tires were available and all that kind of stuff. But pulled the toolbox off that 21. That's why it's sitting there. We did a kind of a haphazard job painting it, trying to get it on there in a hurry. But anyways, either way, that's what's going on, you know, here lately. Long time no talk, but you know, 5 trucks, that's a bunch, especially when you're driving one of them yourself. That's a lot. So we're up to 5 there for about a year, and now I'm going to be back down at 4 for a little while, because I don't think the you know, with the labor shortage and everything like it is, I'll be honest with you guys, I can't compete with these pie in the sky offers that some of these truck companies are throwing around these days, especially these load board, you know, these big $4 or $5 mile load board heroes and stuff. I can't compete with it. I can't pay a driver $130,000 a year. You know, we're more around that 90 to 95 mark, and a sustainable 95, not 130 until the freight market crashes and then you're out of a job, you know. But you know what they say, money talks and bullshit walks. So I guess it's my turn to do a little walk until things kind of change for a little bit. So nothing to be upset about. But yeah, so anyways, new truck, gonna go get an APU put on it, pull that step box off. We are down to 4 trucks between let's see, how did that all unfold? I was gonna be up to 7. Then a guy who was an owner-operator decided he was not going to come over here, which, you know, I kind of have expected. So that put me back down to 6, you know, my tentative 6, so to speak, my prospective 6. Then one driver quit, and that put me back down to 5, because I said, well, I'm not gonna buy both these new trucks, keep his truck, and try to find 2 drivers at the same time. You know, I'll just sell his truck and I'll only have to find 1 driver. Well, then the Freightliner blew its motor up, and I've already got an insane amount of money tied up in that thing. I don't want to spend another nickel on it. So now my search for a driver's over, because I lost an engine in one of my trucks. And I'm not going to fix it. I got a really good offer on it as is, and I'm just going to send it on down the river, you know. So that'll put us back to 4. And with the money I got for the red flat top and the copper colored stand-up, puts me in a really strong position cash flow wise for, you know, if I want to buy another one in July or whatever, or if somebody comes along hunting a job, you know, I can hop out of one of these trucks and let them drive it and whatever, you know, everything will be, you know. But anyways, moral of the story is with the way things worked out, I'm at a point where I'm really, really comfortable financially, and I don't really need to worry about getting more drivers or anything like that. Just kind of play it by ear for a few months, because we're going to be real strong cash flow wise and everything like that. So Anywho, that's the update / new truck tour, guys. Sorry for all the rambling and all that kind of stuff. Kind of out of the swing of things. I actually made a couple of videos about that Freightliner. I made a video the day I was selling my red truck, or not the day I was selling it, the day we got it ready to sell. And I never did upload them, but I think I'm gonna go to town and upload this one because I've really been being a slouch. Had a few commenters on there kind of kicking me in the butt about making videos, and you know, y'all are right. I'm slacking. It's the truth. Ain't even gonna try to hide from it. We did already get the stacks that cut off this one. I wish I'd have come out here and made a video before I cut the stacks off, because man, it was pretty. But on the second hand, I don't have to break anybody's heart trimming the stacks. So we cut them down to 11'8", so it ought to be plenty short. But anyways, there's the new truck. It's pretty. And I got an identical one, just like it, coming here in, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, a week, 2 weeks, a month, 6 months. Who the hell knows? Nobody knows. I don't know. It better get here pretty quick though, because I've already wired off the down payment on it, because that's another story altogether. But Peterbilt was going to go up on their prices if I didn't make the down payment before a certain day, which that day has come and gone. So I waited right to the last minute and slapped the down payment on both of them. And anyways, so I wired them off 2 down payments and picked up 1 truck. Yeah. Tell you what, man, I'm like the Donald Trump of trucking, dude. I just hit it right out of the park every time. Anyways, so here's a new ride. I will let y'all know how it does on fuel and all that kind of stuff. And oh, hey, one thing for the trolls and everybody. Here's something y'all will really like to give me a ration of grief about. Right up in there, I don't know if y'all can see that tan metal right there. That is a PACCAR engine. So if you waited all the way till the end, good on you. Now you got something to make fun of me about and tell me all the horror stories you can think of about how your brother's best friend's best man's second cousin's sister-in-law's firstborn nephew's son had one of these, and it cost him $27 million, and he ended up in prison because he deleted it and got caught in California one day, or whatever. And yeah, it's got a PACCAR in it. Wasn't a choice I made. It was what was available. I would have loved to have kept with the X15s, but in this day and age, that is just, you know, beggars just can't be choosers. I was lucky enough to get 2 389s with sleepers on them. You know, guys, I mean, it's ridiculous. I was about to the point, and I ain't even lying to you, this is no joke. I was about to the point before I finally got these 2 trucks. I was about to buy some gently used mid-roof International LTs. And I'm glad it didn't work out that way. But that's, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the truck market, but that's how crazy it's gotten. I mean, nothing's available. I'm very fortunate to have gotten these. So I needed a new truck more than I needed to stay with the Cummins, which I would have liked to have, but you know what they say, won't in one hand. So I'm optimistic about these engines. If I understand it correctly, Western up there in Colorado, that's all they run is PACCARs. So I'm just telling myself, if they're good enough for them, they're good enough for me. So hopefully we'll get a few 100,000 good miles of service out of this truck, and she'll be up for sale, and we'll be on to the next one. So anywho, this makes truck number, this is the 4th brand new Pete I've bought. And every single one but one has been a gigantic cluster. And this one included. It's been a cluster too. I mean, and probably the next one will be too. So anyways, yeah, if y'all guys want to go ahead and make fun of me about my PACCAR engine and my iPad spaceship dashboard in there, my no chrome, man, have at it, man. I mean, there's so much stuff y'all could y'all could get me on this truck, man. I'm telling you, man, this thing just provides comedic material for days. Anyways, one cool thing about it is it came with just regular old Peterbilt mud flaps. No dealer mud flaps on the back. So that's cool. No dealer badges anywhere on the truck. Doesn't even have a clean idle sticker on it. Heck, I don't know what's up with that, but doesn't have one. So, I think you're supposed to have one by law, but it didn't come with one, so I ain't gonna put one on there. But I have heard you're supposed to have one. I have not read or any of that. Just, you know, listening to people talk at the lunch counter at the Petro, you know, it's where I get most of my information. And I heed their advice. So that's why I have all these brand new trucks, is because I listen to all those illiterate morons around the lunch counter at the Petro. Take my Big Chief tablet in there and write down notes while I'm eating my chicken fried steak and eggs. Come on. Anyways, here y'all are, guys. Here's a new truck. I'm hoping for good service out of it. I'm kind of leery of this PACCAR engine, truth be told, but you know, wasn't in a position to beg and choose and pick and choose, and you know, I took what was available. Guy had 3 trucks available. I got to pick 2 of the 3 he was building, and that was it. That was it. That was the extent of my choices right there. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Sorry about the delay. It's probably going to be a year before I put another video out, probably. So, sorry. I just get busy sometimes, and this YouTube thing takes a back burner. So, anywho, y'all catch the drift. 2 brand new 389s coming. Got one of them here already. One more coming, and should have one more coming in July. And I don't know why in the world, man. I'm standing like 5 yards back from this truck, man. It's just zoomed way the heck in on it. Either way, I'll try to get on here and let y'all know how it's doing on fuel and all that kind of stuff whenever we get some data on it. But as of right now, we know nothing. You know what I know. So I'll let y'all know how it works out. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all later.